Chapter 1. On the Path with Sorrow and Suffering. The Journey Nobody Wants to Take. They are good teachers. Indeed, I have few better. This, said the shepherd, motioning toward the first of the silent figures, is sorrow, and the other is her twin sister, suffering. Hannah Hurnard, Hinds Feet on High Places. When the police chaplains arrived at my campsite, I told them I needed to wait until I had someone to hold my hands. I told them I couldn't hear their words until I wasn't alone. I told them they would have to say what they needed to say in a single sentence. One sentence that would somehow tell it all, their allotted airtime, their character limit. I knew the news was bad. I knew how little I could bear in that moment. Your husband was in a hiking accident today, and he fell to his death. Did the chaplain say Rob's name? Was it one sentence or two? How could a single sentence be the sum? I still parse the moment in my mind, searching for language to express the darkness that overtook my life as he spoke. I have more words now to explain the details of my husband's accident. That night remains as vivid as the night Rob and I met. Yet even 3 years later, I struggle to describe the weight of Rob's absence, my life without him here. The thought of losing him still takes my breath away. The grief still runs so deep. Before the chaplains left that night, after they had repeated their sentence to my 4 young children, we stood outside together in the summer night. I need to say the words, I told them. And so I repeated that single sentence, made it real by saying it aloud. Like God the Father at the dawn of creation, I spoke Rob's death into existence for myself. Not like the muddled mumbling of the dream-addled mind in sleep, but clear, simple, shaking, afraid, real. I stood in the twilight at my campsite, 3,000 miles from home, and I listened as my own voice spoke the truth with which my heart will always wrestle. My precious husband was dead. Standing at the trailhead. One early morning on our family vacation, my husband Rob left our campsite for a long hike in the backcountry of Mount Rainier National Park. Rob and his hiking partner set out on the trail that day, excited and energized for the path ahead. Both loved hiking and knew how to do it well. Being in the wilderness was Rob's favorite way to recreate and connect with God. But his body returned to the trailhead late that afternoon, airlifted by a helicopter out of the wilderness, cold and lifeless. This day, marked on the calendar as a highlight of our family trip, became the most sorrowful of our lives. In a moment, my world changed forever. I'm still dumbfounded at the swiftness of death's destructive work. Rob's death ushered me into a harsh, lonely landscape of loss. His sudden, tragic passing erased my plans for the future and set my feet at the trailhead of a new and unwanted path. For the rest of my days, I would walk with grief. I would travel down a trail nobody wants to take. I never knew deep grief until I lost Rob. I had suffered other losses, but none that broke me so profoundly, none that rearranged the entire order of my life. I will admit, from the very beginning, I have been a reluctant traveler on this new path of sorrow. Left with 4 children to raise alone, there is not a moment I do not long for the life I lived before. Rob and I enjoyed 17 imperfectly wonderful years of marriage. Our life together was deeply satisfying. We shared the same passions and dreams. He loved me with all his heart, and I adored him. As sorrow and suffering have beckoned me forward onto this grief journey, like Much Afraid in Hannah Hurnard's classic Hinds Feet on High Places, I have cried out to Jesus, I can't go with them. I can't. I can't. Oh, my Lord Shepherd, why do you do this to me? How can I travel in their company? It is more than I can bear.